I know everyone's hyped for the next game mode boss.
Oh my god, bro.
Oh,
And let's be real, it's definitely going to come with another overpowered moveset too. Since we already have the strongest of history, I know you guys already have a hint.
Of course!
The strongest of today, the unsealed Gojo. In this video, we're gonna dive into the cool things that unsealed Gojo could bring to Jujutsu shenanigans. Unfortunately, the last video didn't hit 1,000 likes, my friends. But no worries. Let's aim for this video to hit 1,000 likes before my next upload, and one lucky winner will get a game pass of their choice. All you have to do is smash that like button, subscribe, and comment your favorite part of this video. Pretty simple. Now let's jump straight into it. Let's start with the moveset. In the manga, after Gojo was unsealed from the prison realm, he faced off against Kenjaku, Sukuna, and Uraumi. But as we know, the fight was rescheduled. When the time finally came, Gojo didn't showcase any new moves in the arc. However, the most highlighted move was Hollow Purple, 200%, which is already added here in Jujutsu shenanigans. But here's the catch. It's just a finisher. You can't use it unless your opponent is low on health. Now, in the manga, and potentially in the game as part of unsealed Gojo's moveset, there's a possibility for another version of Purple Nuke. This one would have higher damage, a wider AoE, a cutscene animation, and, most interestingly, an incantation or chant mechanic. Just like Heian-era Sukuna, who chants by pressing R with 3 different incantations. Scale of the Dragon, Recoil, and Twin Meteors, Gojo might also get a similar feature. For the 200% Hollow Purple, the chant could be Phase, Twilight, Eyes of Wisdom, 9 Ropes, Polarized Light, Crow and Declaration, between front and back. I'm curious how TZE will implement this for the strongest of today moveset. It might involve pressing R to chant, with unique keybinds for different variants. Alright my friends, let's talk about one of the most essential abilities in Jujutsu shenanigans, Reversed Cursed Technique, or RCT. Now, I know what you're thinking, but RCT is already in the game with Hikari when he's in his jackpot mode. And yeah, that's true, but let's be real. Hikari's jackpot mode doesn't stand a chance against Sukuna. Between his incomplete shrine and strong dismantle, Hikari's domain gets shattered before he can even think about hitting the jackpot. In the Jujutsu Kaisen anime, RCT is a game changer. Sorcerers like Gojo use it to convert negative cursed energy into positive energy, healing themselves from insane damage. If you remember Gojo's legendary fight against Sukuna, his mastery of RCT let him recover from devastating attacks that would have ended anyone else. That's why RCT is one of the best additions unsealed Gojo could bring to Jujutsu shenanigans. Now picture this. Gojo's RCT in the game wouldn't rely on domain mechanics like Hikari's. Instead, it could be a special ability you activate mid-fight, giving you the power to survive Sukuna's overwhelming moves like Incomplete Shrine and Strong Dismantle and other moves. This would make Gojo the perfect counter to Sukuna's insane damage output and balance the game between the strongest of history and the strongest of today. Now the third feature that unsealed Gojo could bring into Jujutsu shenanigans, Simple Domain. Now let's break it down and talk about why it's going to be a game changer against Sukuna's Incomplete Shrine. In Jujutsu Kaisen, a Simple Domain is a personal barrier technique that cancels out sure hit effects from enemy domains. It's like putting a protective bubble around yourself to block Sukuna's auto-hit slashes from the Incomplete Shrine. And if you've faced him in the game, you already know. Those slashes and the Strong Dismantle are nearly impossible to survive without some serious help. But here's the catch. Using a simple domain does require cursed energy. While it doesn't need as much as a full domain expansion, it still drains your cursed energy every time you activate it. So if you're spamming it or in a long fight, you might run out of energy quicker than expected. Plus, it only blocks the sure hit effect, not the physical damage of attacks. So timing and strategy are everything. Imagine this. Unsealed Gojo activates Simple Domain right when Sukuna's Incomplete Shrine pops off. Boom! The sure hit effect is cancelled. Gojo now has the chance to reposition, recover, or counter with something like Hollow Purple or Red Reversal. This feature would make him the ultimate counter to Sukuna's overwhelming attacks. Jujutsu Shenanigans is one of the Roblox Battlegrounds games that doesn't have domain clash yet. So what exactly is domain clashing, and why is it so hyped? Well, in Jujutsu Kaisen, a domain clash happens when 2 domain expansions overlap. It's not just a fight between sorcerers or curses. It's a battle between their inner techniques and cursed energy. The stronger domain, or the one with the more refined technique, will overwrite the other. This creates an intense dynamic where strategy, timing, and power all come into play. But honestly, it makes sense. In the manga, domain clashing only happened during the final battle between Sukuna and Gojo. Now, since the strongest of history, Heian-era Sukuna, has already been added to the game, What's missing?
I know, right?
You guessed it, the strongest of today, unsealed Gojo. With Gojo's release, it's very likely that domain clashing will finally make its debut in the game. TZE has been planning this for a long time, so the game can stay as anime and manga accurate as possible. Unlike other battleground games that rush to add domain clashing before even introducing the strongest of history and today, and let's not forget how this could change the meta of the game entirely. Domain clashing adds a layer of strategy and unpredictability. You won't just be relying on your own domain anymore. You'll need to figure out how to win the clashing. Hopefully TZE will add a twist in how to win the clashing, not just doing a spacebar smashing competition or typing test competition. So with unsealed Gojo potentially on the horizon, domain clashing could finally arrive in Jujutsu shenanigans. Pretty much, that's all I think the strongest of today will bring into the game. And yeah, this is just my opinion on what could be added along with unsealed Gojo. So to make things even more exciting, my friend Pops and I recreated a Sukuna versus Gojo fight in the Shinjuku map. Don't forget to smash that like button, hit subscribe, and let me know your thoughts in the comments. Enjoy the rest of the video, my friends.